Hello, my name is Giro Reyna Garcia, and my persuasive speech will be over why you should never work in the food industry. This is class SPCH 1113, Summer 1. Now, for a quick food industry recap, it's any establishment that essentially sells food. This will include fast food, restaurants, anything like that. So, right here I have a picture of McDonald's, which will be my personal experience. I've worked there for a year and 8 months, sadly. Now, the main reason I got a job was to get money to just buy me a couple things. And so I will be talking about that right now. The amount of money you get is significantly low compared to how much you have to deal with. Things like customers and the amount of work is superiorly higher than the wage. Definitely not a suited job to live anywhere or even raise a family, especially with inflation going on right now. However, at my local McDonald's, I don't know it, but the one I work at, they start you off at $1 above minimum wage, but still not enough for someone to live comfortably or raise a family. I don't necessarily have to do that, but just for future reference for anybody out there. And so for the people, these are going to be the customers that I'm going to be talking about. They are one of the toughest things to deal with at the job. They are rude and entitled, and they need to open their eyes and see that the world doesn't revolve around them. And people who get tired of waiting on the food is another thing. Usually they're at the window for 3 minutes maximum, but they're hollering at 1 minute. Come on now. Their order is way too big for everything to be ready in the next 2 minutes, 1 minute. They get mad for waiting, even though they order the whole menu. I don't know, but that's what happens. And then people who had a long day. I understand that people have a long day, but it's no reason for you to take it out on the crew. The crew gets upset with you as well. It's just not a pleasant experience. And so the people who look at you like they're superior to you, yet they are horrible for being like that. And this happens a lot of times, not even at the workplace, but even hearing people say, like your parents, teachers, oh, what will become of you? I don't want you flipping burgers or mopping something at such place, and that usually includes the fast food restaurants. However, to my knowledge and I've had a lovely experience with working with my coworkers, they are some of the most hardworking people I know, and they are really funny as well. And so, however, there is a flip coin to the coworkers. So, especially top of the list, managers are the top reason a lot of people quit right after they get hired, because managers feel like they're at top of the ladder for some reason and just want to abuse their power, i.e., talking really about you and to you, two different things. And they also overload you with work they can't do or even that they don't know how to do. This actually surprised me. I wasn't sure what to do with that, but I felt good about myself. And this actually happened to me also when I shifted from night shifts to morning shifts. The morning shifts people didn't really like me. Not sure why, but now they're really good friends and I enjoy working with most of them. And coworkers, they will talk bad about you, make up things about you for no reason. I actually had this happen to me for X reason, doesn't really matter. But I just let it fly. I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. And then coworkers that can't carry their own weight and that you have to carry for them is pretty exhausting. You have to carry your own and theirs, which is already a lot. And I understand if they're new, but they also need to use a little bit of common sense to get put one and two together. And so coworkers that want to boss you around, this gets annoying as well, especially if they haven't been there for as much time as you have. This happens a lot of time during night shifts, not so much in morning shifts. And so calling in and getting called in, there's two different things. And calling in is whenever you say you can't come in for X reason. And then managers and sometimes coworkers will make a big deal out of this. However, they're more forgiving if it's like an extreme emergency. However, a lot of people call in because they can't find their hats, they can't find their attire, which is a dumb reason to call in. You can just come in, we'll probably have an extra hat or two. And so getting called in, however, is being called by a manager. I don't know why they have our phone numbers, but it happens. and they say if you could come in early or if you come in today, because they're short staff, and this usually happens near holidays or any type of sports games, like Magnolia High School's football games, soccer. I'm sorry, we don't have soccer. Baseball, or the SAU's games, football, baseball, all that. And so, are there any upsides? I hear crickets. We don't. And so, thank you. This will conclude my presentation. And P.S. Don't apply to any restaurants. You will regret it. Thank you.